We're at halftime at the Liacouras Center in a non-conference matchup between Temple and Texas Southern. And welcome courtside with John Celestin. I'm Dave Leno. Temple was a longtime member of the A10 conference. In fact, 30 years. Last year finished third in that conference, got 24 wins. Now they go to the AAC. John, what kind of challenges does that present for Fran Dunphy's team?
Well, obviously the competition is going to be a little bit tougher, especially top-heavy when you think about Louisville, UConn, and Memphis all being nationally ranked. Recruiting's going to change a little bit, but just a new conference, new faces, new arenas, it's going to be a challenge. Because
Temple did very well last year. They're getting a lot of respect despite losing its top four scorers. How do you think this Temple team gets to the NCAA time and time again? You see they're picked to finish fifth in the AAC.
It's going to be very different for Temple this year. Obviously, Khalif Wyatt did a lot of the heavy lifting from an offensive standpoint. They have to be a little bit more well-balanced on the offensive end. But again, some tough teams in that top three, Louisville, UConn, and Memphis. It's going to be a conference that they're going to be challenged on a nightly basis.
And as we know, John, conference landscape is always changing. East Carolina, Tulane, and Tulsa coming in next year to the AAC. As a result, Louisville and Rutgers leaving. How does that affect recruiting?
Well, you think about some of the other great cities that are going to be introduced into the conference, University of Houston and Houston, SMU in that Dallas area. You just have to recruit in different areas of the country. I think the national teams like UConn, Louisville, doesn't change much for them, but the other teams are going to have to really recruit a little bit more in some areas they're not used to.
Now switching gears to Texas Southern's league in the SWAC. They are slated to finish first. Last year, Southern, John, had a pretty nice season.
Yeah, Southern, my mother's alma mater. I watched that game against Gonzaga. They almost pulled off the upset. Texas Southern now able to compete in the postseason in their conference tournament. They were banned last year, but Southern did an awesome job. Texas Southern, the favorite this year to really show what they can do.
And keep in mind, those three schools at the bottom, Grambling, Pine Bluff, and Mississippi Valley State, all banned, will not play in the postseason tournament. So the team that finishes first will go automatically to the semifinal game. While both these teams hope to gain some momentum going into conference play. First half highlights and analysis after the break.